IVM.
Hello, welcome and khushamadid. You're listening to The Note with me, Mahro Inayat. Never would I have imagined that love and jihad would be bound together. And that too in Yogi Adityanath's state of Uttar Pradesh. But now there is a love jihad law that has just been passed by the UP cabinet. What is the premise of this law? The premise is that Muslim men are luring non-Muslim women, largely Hindu women, to marry them, and in the process they're forcibly converting these Hindu women to Islam. If you were to believe Yogi and also some of his counterparts in the other BJP-ruled states of Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Haryana and Assam, who are also getting ready to pass similar laws, they're mulling the same, this whole love jihad, as they call it, they seem to see it as a sinister plan to convert innocent non-Muslim women, who according to them are incapable of knowing the difference between love and entrapment. So in Uttar Pradesh, if you're an interfaith couple and you want to get married, and worse, if you're a Muslim man in love with a Hindu woman, then not just will everyone around you have an opinion and castigate you, as perhaps happens in every other part of the country, not only will you face possible abandonment by family and friends, but now with this love jihad law, it is ensured that you will perhaps be investigated, in some cases even by the National Investigating Agency, the NIA, for the state to figure out if the woman has been lured or is being forced to get married to the Muslim man. If the investigating agency finds out that there is something sinister about the relationship, and it is completely left to them to define this, and something sinister about the union, then you face a clear penalty from the state, which might also include imprisonment, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are legislating as a country in 2020. At a time when domestic violence has seen an incredible increase during the pandemic. Our youth have no jobs. The economy is in the doldrums. We have decided to attack the one thing that can save us, love. We have decided to attack the one thing that can keep us sane, love. For those not aware, and let me tell you this, our constitution, the most beautiful document that defines us as Indians, guarantees every adult in this country to marry the person of their choice. For the uninformed, the highest court of the country, the Supreme Court of India, has ruled time and again on every individual's right to marry whoever they choose to. With the decriminalization of Section 377, now same-sex relationships are also not a crime in India. So then why are these laws being passed? Who does it serve? Number one, a wise man once said, when there is nothing left in the political discourse, you try to create fear. This love jihad law serves those who are petrified of people from different communities coming together. They're petrified of people from interfaith couples becoming the norm. Because that means the fear of the other, the so-called other, goes away. When there is no fear of the other, how do you create a polarized society? And in turn, how do you win elections? See, normally what happens is, it is on the merit of the work that you do that you can be elected back. Now, if you haven't done enough work, then you create fear. And on the basis of that, you get people or a certain community to vote for you. Because you create fear of the other. Let's look at the other side. Who or what does this law harm or hurt? For one, women. Hindu women in particular. It's almost as if they don't know who to marry. They're incapable of making that choice. So the state has to intervene. Two, it hurts the idea of India. The diverse, pluralistic society that we are, the largest democracy in the world, the fabulous democracy, it hurts that idea. Three, most importantly, it kills the idea of love. That love can be used for religious conversion is perhaps as lopsided an idea as masks impinging on our personal freedom and liberty, as some say. Love jihad hurts the Muslims of India. Because by using the term jihad, which essentially means Islamic war, and it can have several different connotations, there's a spiritual jihad as well. But jihad is purposely being used to openly suggest that it is a Muslim conspiracy. मजहब नहीं सिखाता आपस में बैर रखना, हिंदी है हम वतन है हिंदुस्तान हमारा. When we forget these famous lines and bring religion to break the bonds of love, then we are treading on very dangerous ground. Remember, if the idea of love is lost, if the idea of India is lost, then everything is lost. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media. We are @IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to reach out to me, I'm Mahrukh Inayat on Twitter and Mahrukh Inayat on Instagram as well.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Another fun week in the books last week, and I think you guys should definitely check out some of the shows that we did. So first, let me tell you about Cock and Bull. We did 2 Cock and Bulls on Cyrus Says last week, which is, I don't think we've ever done before. But there was just so much to talk about, and it was fun. The first one was just on Trish, myself, and Cyrus. The second one, we had Abhijit Ganguly on, and that was a great episode. Do check that out. Check out Know Your Kanun as well. It's been a while since I spoke about that show, but Amber's been doing a great job on it. This week he spoke to Naina Sharma, a Canadian lawyer, about the ways that you do business in Canada and the challenges that presents. Definitely very interesting stuff. Do check that out. The guys at Naan Curry are doing some really, really fun stuff. Do check out their latest episode. They talk about roti, the simple bread, but it's got some complications to it. Let them tell you about what they are. Do check that out. Also, do definitely check out the Wire Talks with Siddharth Bhatia. He's been killing it, man. It's just a new show, but what great conversations. This week, he had Siddharth Singh on to talk about pollution. Do check that out. And you know what, guys? The best news of all, Simplified is back. They've been back for a few weeks and I haven't called them out before, but remember that they're back and do check them out. This week, they talk about, does censorship make sense? Knowing the guys, I think I know the answer to that, but you should go check that out. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
नमस्ते, मैं हूँ सौरभ चंद्रा
और मैं प्रणय कुटस्थाने।
जब महफिल खत्म होते होते दरवाजे के बाहर पुलिया के ऊपर हम दुनिया भर की जटिल समस्याओं को सॉल्व करने में लग जाते हैं तो हो जाती है पुलियाबाजी।
अब आजकल के अपार्टमेंट वालों ने तो कभी पुलिया देखी नहीं होगी, पर आप फीलिंग तो समझ ही सकते हैं।
तो आइए शामिल हो जाइए हमारी पुलियाबाजी में, जहां प्रणय और मैं एक से एक इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक्स की तह तक जाएंगे।
आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, बिटकॉइन, पाकिस्तान, मेडिकल एजुकेशन, करेंसी क्राइसिस, कभी हम दोनों के साथ और अक्सर स्पेशल एक्सपर्ट गेस्ट की कंपनी में।
सुनिए हमें IVM की वेबसाइट, ऐप या अपने फेवरेट पॉडकास्टिंग प्लेटफॉर्म पर हर दूसरे हफ्ते।